Hi, this is Ushio, and welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. We're gonna meet Naomi. This is not the Naomi we have seen in the past. This is the Naomi that we get to see in the webcomic, which to my shame I haven't read, and I should probably read before the new game comes out because I think there's going to be some important stuff in there that's referred to. But okay, so to meet Naomi we have to ignore Emera, or actually directly go for Emera, because Emera has been replaced within the game by Naomi. So I think we have to skip through, get to chapter 2. So who should we hang out with? Let's go with Bryce real quick. So I think it's get to chapter 2, hang out in the park. I'll take 3, get them drinks in, have a good time, skip ahead. Get some rest. Chapter 2, do not skip. We're going to head to the park. Good to see you again. So we're going to hang out with Bryce, do some investigations. Oh, all this stuff. Maybe I should have skipped this. Oh well, keep skipping. I'm not editing this out. You're going to do this journey with me. Yeah, agree with them. It was probably Reza. You didn't want to be recognised. So, it's weird. Whenever you go through to a new mod, you kind of relive the old game. Because so much of this stuff I played years ago. Maybe it was a dragon in disguise. No, it was Reza. We know it's Reza. More or less. Unless it was Izumi. But sure. Sure thing. We're going to help out, do the investigation, and go to the park. Now we are where we need to be. So if you go to the pavilion... No, not... Is it the pavilion? I've forgotten. I click through this stuff so quickly all the time. No, look at the map. There we go. Go to the political district. Here we are. Okay, so someone bumped into me. There's this guy. So let's approach the dragon. There we go. This is Naomi from the police department. I've seen her a couple of times, but we've never actually spoken. I suppose now is as good a time as any. Emma has been replaced. Naomi is what we're going with. Yo, it's Naomi, right? Oh, hey, what's up? I was in the neighbourhood. Just thought I'd say hi. You on break or something? Yeah, I've got a few minutes left. So, how's the investigation going? Could be better. Reza kind of got away from us. Yeah, we saw him running around in the dark just now. You saw him? I'm actually not sure what we saw. We went to investigate the power outage and found the generator was missing. Then this figure in a mask appeared, but ran away before we could catch them. They were very humanoid in appearance, so odds are it was Reza. But something about them gave me a twinge of doubt. Yeah, so it was either Reza, Izumi, or actually the protagonist. It could have been me. Sounds like you guys have had an exciting day. I got stuck with escort duty. That doesn't sound so bad compared to having to investigate a murder. Trust me, if you knew who I was escorting, you prefer dead bodies to that any day. Who are you escorting then? The Minister of Culture and Arts, Emera. There are words I could use to describe her, but since I'm on the clock, I have to keep a professional attitude. What's so bad about her? Only everything. Take whatever stereotypes toward politicians you can find, and you get her. Damn, especially with the way she treats her assistant. She is very unhappy. For whatever reason, she just loves to make his life a living hell. Poor Remy. And that's not counting the things she says behind his back. I feel bad for him. I wish there was something I could do to help. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to rant on like that, but when something's bothering me, I just have to let it out. Okay, I understand completely. We all need to vent every once in a while, don't worry about it. I'm glad you understand. You got a strong sense of justice, don't you? You bet. That's what being a cop's about after all. And by the way, I've been meaning to talk with you. About what? Nothing in particular. It just seems like everybody I know is getting friendly with you. So, I wanted to have a chance to meet with you too. So, you just want to meet with me because you're jealous? Way to take the words out of context. What I mean is, you've been doing so much to help us with the Reza case, it almost feels like you're part of the team now. And if you're part of the team, you should get to know all the members. I guess it's fair. So, what do you say? I'll see when I'm available next. Good enough for me. Later. Naomi left to continue her work, leaving me to continue with mine. Alright, so that is our investigation done. So, stop searching the park. We were pretty useless. We solved nothing, but we're going to skip ahead. And we're going to meet with Naomi. So we're at Police HQ. I decided to head down to the police station to see if Naomi was available. When I entered the office, I ran into Bryce. Hey, what's up? Nothing much. Is Naomi around? Yeah, she's just finishing up with some paperwork. Why? You guys meeting up or something? Something like that. Well, have fun then. I'm off for the night, but let me know if you need anything. I entered the hallway, looking around for Naomi's office. A113 should be it. Knock knock. Oh, come in. Hey. Hey. You're just in time. I was just getting ready to clock off. So, what do you want to do? I was thinking maybe we could talk over dinner. I'm starving. Okay, but first things first. I'm going to strip down. Suddenly Naomi began removing her clothes, causing me to flinch involuntarily. What's up? Run. Okay. What are you doing? What, did you expect me to wear this out? I suddenly remembered the society I was currently living in. How did it never cross my mind that dragons would be comfortable undressing in front of others, when most of the ones I had seen were fully naked? I guess not. Never mind. Naomi placed her uniform into a footlocker next to her desk, and then pulled out a necklace. So, where are we headed? There's a sushi bar not too far from here. It's one of my favourite places to eat. Do they have sushi where you're from? Yeah, we do actually. What do you think? Yeah, love it. Be good about it. Because we're gonna go. Finally, someone with good taste. Shall we then? Oh, nice background. Sushi bar. Okay, finally, a chance to relax. Evening, Naomi. It's good to see you again. Zhong works everywhere. Evening. And good evening as well to you. Evening. Now, what can I get started for you two? Uramaki for me. Got it. And for you? Uramaki, maki, sashimi, or kanakama? Let's go with the sashimi. Okay, I'll have that ready for you in a moment. So, how long have you been a police officer? Couple years now. And what made you want to join? It was a chance for me to turn my life around. How so? I was a bit of a troublemaker when I was younger, and as you can guess, the police were very familiar with me because of it. Never in a million years did I think I'd get a second chance. But Bryce managed to convince the higher-ups to make an exception for me. I owe him so much for that. Why would the police hire a delinquent? Nice to hear. Thanks. It's a pretty small town. I'm guessing you don't see much action. You guessed right. The worst we usually get is petty thievery and whatnot. It's been years since we had something like this. 2 homicides and still no sign of Reza. Do you think he's behind all of this? It'd probably be more of a surprise if it wasn't him, but still, I want to believe there's more to this than we're seeing. That's what I'd like to believe too. I know more than anybody that there's always more than meets the eye. But enough of that subject. We're here to have a good time, right? I suppose. Okay, so what's it like being an ambassador? Living the dream, ups and downs. I'd leave now if I could. Ups and downs. As all jobs do. I was never a fan of politics, but I guess it's a fair trade for getting to meet another intelligent race. That's a good point. This town certainly isn't the best there is, but it's home. Speaking of home, what's yours like? I'd rather not talk about it. Similar to yours, none of your biz. Similar to yours, maybe? It's pretty rough though. We know it's all bad times. I'd rather not talk about it. Why not? Let's just say that this diplomatic mission is a lot more important than the dragons realise. I see. Sorry to shut you down like that, but that's the reality of it. Here's your orders. Thanks. You're welcome. Enjoy. As soon as Zhong put the plate down, Naomi immediately dug into her meal. Okay, that's the good stuff. You say that like you haven't eaten all day. First of all, I haven't. Second of all, it's my all-time favourite food. I'm sure there's at least one food out there that would get that reaction from you. Oh, where'd the pizza at? Cake. Can't argue with that. You'd have to be crazy not to like cake. So, how long have you known the other officers? As you might be aware, I met Bryce and Maverick before I became an officer during my delinquent days. Sebastian came much later. I'll admit, I was a little unimpressed by him at first. I mean, he was straight out of the academy when he joined. But, as you can see, he's been doing well enough to stay an officer. How's he been for you anyway? As your guide, I mean. I'd rather have someone else. Ah, Sebastian's my man. Okay, done a great job. Glad to hear it. Seb gives nothing but his all when he has a task. I'm jealous, as are most of the officers. He got to be the one to hang out with you every day. It'd be a dream to be the bodyguard of a human. I wouldn't speak for everyone if I were you. I know, hence why I said most of the officers. And by most, I mean everyone except Maverick. Speaking of, what's your story with him? Sure, he can be a pain sometimes, okay, all of the time, but he has his reasons for being the way he is. He might not look like it, but there's a lot of sadness under all that anger. That doesn't justify his behaviour. I hope I can work things out. I see. I hope I can work it out. You will. Just give it time. It took a while for he and I to find common ground too. Bryce? What about him? What's your relationship with him? It's an interesting one. Are you guys together or something? I'd say we're more friends with benefits. Oh wow! Though it's been a while since the benefits part has been in play. I get the feeling he wants to try and start getting into a serious relationship with someone. Okay, what about you? What do you think of him? He's a nice guy. I've certainly enjoyed spending time with him. Good to hear. All in all, the four of us have been through thick and thin together. I couldn't ask for better friends. Hate to cut the conversation short, but we're getting ready to close soon. Oh, sorry, Jean. Is it already that late? Oh, damn. I didn't even pay attention to the time. Naomi and I finished our meal and paid the tab, and when we walked outside, it was already dark. It's going to be a pain to get home. Do you live far? On the other side of the town, actually. I have work in the morning too, so I'm definitely losing sleep tonight. Might as well sleep at the station at this rate. I mean, oh, good night. Alright, do you want to come over? You can crash at my place if you want. It's actually not too far from here. Are you sure that's okay? Sure, I'm sure. It certainly sounds better than walking across town, doesn't it? You raise a fair point. Alright, let's go. That'd have been harsh, just sending her like that. Make yourself at home, I guess. This is actually quite nice. I wouldn't mind living here. Though, your lack of a TV is rather troubling. Why in the world would you not have one here? This was all set up when I arrived. The council's the one who prepared the apartment for me. I knew the council was cheap, but I never imagined they were cruel. It's not so bad. I do have some books to occupy my time. Besides, I'm so busy with my duties as an ambassador and helping with the investigation that I barely have time to enjoy TV. You're really missing out. There's a lot of shows I'm sure you'd love if you got a chance. However, if you ever see a TV show called Humans, change the channel immediately. What's that? It's your typical family sitcom, but the twist is that all the characters are, at least in theory, humans. In theory? The actors are very obviously fake costumes, and they look nothing like how an actual human's supposed to look. I assume humans have a uncanny valley. Yeah, we do. Then for your own sake, do not watch it. I'm not a human, and even I get creeped out by the costumes. So, what's your favourite show? It's called Party of Pedestals. It has a lot of fantasy creatures, including some human-based ones. I guess I'll look into that one when I have a chance. So, what else do you have here beside books? Nothing, really. I see. I guess I'll have to make do then. While I was getting an extra blanket and pillow to set out for Naomi, she went over to the bookshelf to look at my collection. One particular book caught her eye. Sheridan? Really? It was here when I got here? All the books were picked out for me. I didn't get to choose. Besides, how was I supposed to know what any old books were like? Whoever put this apartment together must have made it their mission to bore you to death. You know what? This would probably be good material to help you fall asleep faster. She lay down on the couch, but began fidgeting a lot. It seemed she was struggling to get comfortable. Something wrong. Fine. It's just my tail fin keeps getting in the way when I want to lay on my side or on my back. Don't worry about me. I'll find a comfortable position eventually. Well, good night then. Good night. Naomi settled into her temporary bedding, and I retreated into mine. She was friendly enough. I wondered if I'd ever get to meet with her again. I guess only time will tell. But maybe I should learn more about her before I pursue this further. And that was a short little date with Naomi. We have met her, and that is the end of the mod. I hope I got the best ending there was. We shall see. I'm going to have one more quick go at this mod just to see if I can get a better ending. I don't know if there are different things that I can do, but I'm going to be extra nice. Your scales are pretty. Oh, thanks. Okay, good. I love sushi. It's great. I'm going to be the nicest that I can. Let's get the same as her. Here we go. You can sleep on my bed if you want. You'll probably have more room there. So we were extra nice to her this time. I can't do that. It's your bed after all. And I certainly don't want to resort to stealing again. Okay, do you want to share? Really? You wouldn't mind? I certainly don't see any harm in it. Well, if you're sure. Naomi and I retreated to my bedroom and settled down for the night. I expected it to be a little bit awkward, but we both felt surprisingly comfortable about the whole thing. But before I could drift off to sleep, I felt Naomi scoot closer to me. Hey, yeah? On a snuggle? Accept decline. Okay, accept. Sure. It's one way to get to know somebody. Okay, we got ourselves a good date. My dreams were a lot more pleasant this time around. For once, there was no visions of death and destruction around me. I woke up to a new, yet familiar feeling I'd come to know. And for a moment, I'd forgotten that I hadn't slept alone that night. I looked around for Naomi, but she was nowhere to be seen. She seems to have left a note, though. Sorry to leave in a hurry. I had to get to work. Last night was fun, though. I might want to meet up again sometime. I'll be pretty busy for the foreseeable future, but I'll be sure to let you know when that changes. I thought about it for some time. She'd really piqued my interest. I certainly hoped I'd get to meet with her again soon. But maybe I should learn more about her before I pursue this further. Okay, we did it. We got through the mod. I don't think there are any more meetings with Naomi for the time being. So we will learn about her maybe in the future. Maybe if we check out the webcomic, maybe she'll show up in the new game. No one knows. It's all a mystery. But I hope you enjoyed this little investigation. And this is Usho signing off. And hopefully I will see you next time.